Hey, Shalom, this is Brother YAWAN with GMS South Carolina. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Title of today's lesson is the split decision. Is soon, man. It's coming soon. And there won't be any sidestepping. I wanted to do this lesson earlier, but I figured I'd just hop on the stream and do it this way. It's going to come a time, man, where, the realities of what the Lord has in store for this society is going to hit close to home. People have to make sacrifices. Those that are pursuing Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they're going to have to make that decision to say, hey, this is something I'm not going to partake in. If they're costing my job, being around my family, any of those things is something that I've built up in my spirit to be okay with. And those who haven't been hearing this word and being doers of it, they're not going to be okay with that decision. We know that the scriptures say what? Faith cometh by hearing the word of God. All right. So those who haven't been hearkening unto him, haven't been acting out, shalom to everybody on the comment board. Yeah, came in all at once. So those who haven't been building up in their spirit to endure the afflictions that are going to come, for those who are pursuing the Lord, they're not going to be able to hold fast to their integrity, to stand stiffly for the things of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, because they haven't been building themselves up in the spirit. All right. What made me think of this lesson? I watched again. I rewatched the lesson with Elder MANASSEH Zakba. He was sitting on the beach, and that woman came up. The title of the video is "Woman Loves Jesus Juice but Hates the Scriptures," because whenever the brother tried to bring out the scriptures and explain to her the reality of what the word is actually about and who it's for, she didn't want to hear it. Just like the majority of people, but especially our people. In specific, damn Judah. All right, but the first precept I want to bring out is this. Let me see, because that's all I was running through my head when I rewatched the video. All right, this is Isaiah 29:13. All right, it reads. Actually, yeah, we'll just start straight to the point. Isaiah 29:13, it reads, Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, everybody say, oh, I love the Lord. They say they put him first. But then in their actions, or when you try to call them on how they're conducting themselves, or their conversation, on how their conversation is structured, and you say, well, this is not what the Lord said. They look at you like you got three heads. They look at you like you're saying something insane, or you're being unreasonable. All right. Verse 13, wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart, their mind, the way that they conduct themselves, they remove it. They remove their heart far from me. And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. They're more afraid of disappointing or being seen as a bad person through the eyes of society, more so than the eyes of the Lord. So the people of the society today, the people that Jake today is more concerned with pleasing or upholding the standards that the world has set instead of pleasing the Most High. And that's going to cost them everything. Like the scriptures say, let me go get it. It's in Matthew. Yeah, it's going to cost them everything for wanting to please, or fit the standards of the society. Everything's going to end up being taken away from them because they don't want to pursue the Lord. They don't want to be held accountable for anything. They don't want to make changes to how they conduct themselves or how they speak, man, or what they're concerned with. All right, this is Matthew 13, and we'll start at verse 10. Okay, so this is when Yahushua, he was speaking to a big group of people, and the disciples asked him something. And this is big, all right? This is big because most people in the world, they think that everybody's, can get this. They think that the Lord came to help everybody, and he didn't. It's Matthew 13:10. He says, and the disciples came, all right, and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Why are you speaking, in this parabolic tongue in which, we may understand or get the things that you're saying, but somebody who's unlearned or who doesn't know, they wouldn't get what you're saying. Why are you speaking to them that way? All right. Verse 11, he answered and said unto them, and this is written in red, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. And it's Yahushua saying this. Okay, to them it is not given. Verse 12, which is what I wanted, it says, for whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. So you know what I mean? Those people that want to cling unto the world, and they want to cling onto these worldly things, that are going to fall in line with the new world order when they say, hey, take this implant if you want to clock into work, if you want food. Even the things that they think they have is going to be taken away from them. Meaning, the money's going to go to crap. Even if they take that implant, things are going to be so bad. They're still not going to be able to get food. They're still not going to be able to have the simple luxuries that they have in this time. For those who are pursuing the Lord and are willing to make those sacrifices, man, we're going to be given everything more abundantly. That's why the scriptures say, what my servants shall eat. So even in that time of affliction, even in the time where everything's hitting the fan for everybody, the Lord's going to set the playing field in a way which his people, his remnant, because the Lord ain't even dealing with everybody. He's going to set the playing field up to where those that have been pursuing him, they have a way. They can maneuver. They'll be able to navigate the treacherous waters that is that time, man. And the brother GMS in the Truth Orlando puts up Job 21:13 and reads, they spend their days in wealth and in a moment go down to the grave. Their living condition is going to go to complete shit here soon. How do we know? Because that's what the Lord says. And all the prophecies and the signs that the Lord has given us to pay attention to look for. These people in the world don't even know to look for signs, man. They don't even know what signs to look for. They don't pay attention to anything. If you ask them any spiritual questions, they don't have a goddamn answer. And I made a lesson a while back talking about, I said your influencers, your social media influencers, they don't have the answers. Yeah, they can tell you, little things about here and there about society. And a lot of things you listen to like your Kevin Samuels and guys like that, a lot of things they say, yeah, it's true. But they don't have this spiritual foresight to know what's going on or how to move or how to navigate. They don't know how to live forever. Ask one of them niggas that question. They're not going to be able to give you a spiritual answer. And if they do know, because I know that they watch us, if they do know it, they're not going to say it. They're going to withhold it, man. Because they don't want to mess up the pockets. All right. Brother put up another precept. He put up Job 23:12. It reads, I'm put up on the screen for you guys here. He put up Job 23:12. It reads, neither have I gone back from the commandment of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than my necessary food. Yeah, man. So let me say this. In this truth, if you were to rank what's valuable to a man, a man that's in the truth, what's valuable to him isn't anything in the world, isn't anything carnal. It's the judgment, the knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And right now, it doesn't convert to worldly currency or worldly appeal. It doesn't convert to that right now in this time. But when everything begins to hit the fan, that's going to be the true riches, the knowledge that a man has. And that's why in Matthew it says, you need to build your riches in the kingdom of heaven, where moth and rust do not corrupt. Okay? So right now, the men that seem lowly, that don't necessarily have that worldly appeal, when everything hits the fan, man, they're gonna be rich. We're stuffing our pockets right now because we're pursuing the true riches. We're pursuing the Lord. Okay, beautiful precept. The water for it. I was making a point. Yeah, so the men on this side, right? That remnant of his people, the hopeful elect, they don't have worldly appeal right now. But the last is getting ready to become first, man. The scriptures say the Lord is going to make a man as fine as gold, and not just any man, all right? A man of the Lord. So the infrastructure of what a high value man per se is about to completely flip. It's about to damn near reverse. Okay, and that's when you'll see, the Israelite woman fall in line, the Judite woman fall in line. That's when you'll see her, really show reverence for her man and really be obedient and know that she's a servant of him. That they're not equal, that they're not partners. The word woman means the woman was created for the man, but that for some reason on this side that's not understood. And you know what? That's a part of the curses. When you go in the scriptures, this Lord said, "What? Behold, I should do a new thing. A woman shall can pass a man." Let me go get that. Because people think that they look at the condition of our people, of the family structure, and they think it's just something that happened by coincidence, that it just got like this all of a sudden. No, the Lord orchestrated this. People think that the mindset that our people have or the way that they act is by coincidence. No, the Lord orchestrated it. All right. This is Jeremiah 31 and 22. All right. Because I made that point. I'm going to back it up. Jeremiah 31:22. How long would thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? Talking about the women of our nation. For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. All right. And this is a constant reminder and a constant vexation unto the Israelite man that his woman is out of order. That his woman ain't really his. You look at any other nation and you say, well, does the so-called Asian woman or Moabite woman, does she believe in her head that she belongs to the Asian man? That she belongs to him? You'll say yes. You go through all the nations, you'll say yes. But if you look at the Israelite woman and you say, does she in her head think that she belongs to the Israelite man? That her purpose is to aid and help him. Brother puts up another precept, this 1 Samuel 2:3. It reads, talk no more so exceeding proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth, for the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. Yeah, man. So all these people's actions, they don't realize that they're trying to reach the world standard. They're trying to fit what the world says a good person is. They don't realize that's going to cost them their life. That's going to cost them everything. Because who they should be the standard they should be trying to reach is the Lord's standard. They should be looking for his knowledge. The scriptures say what? Knowledge of the world is foolishness with God. Let's get that. The 20-year-old was shot and killed by a police officer just miles from where George Floyd was murdered. Two police shootings that have now prompted the Department of Justice to step in. The department is launching a federal civil rights investigation into Minneapolis police operations. It's 1 Corinthians 3:19. All right. Actually, let's start up. 18. 1 Corinthians 3:18. All right. It reads, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, right? Let him become a fool that he may be wise. Let him empty his cup or what he thinks he knows and fill it up with the wisdom of Yahweh that he gives us through the word. Okay? Because it's the only knowledge really that's going to last. It's the only knowledge and wisdom that's going to be able to get you through and be stability for your time. When the Lord gets ready to destroy, you know, all the kingdoms, all the nations, when he strips them of their throne, of their rulership, of their dominion, through that transitioning period, what's going to keep you afloat? This is what's going to keep you afloat. This knowledge, not any of the worldly knowledge, right? Let's read that again. 1 Corinthians 3:18. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise. Verse 19. For the wisdom of the world is foolishness with God. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, man. So look, man, it's not going to do you any good. The knowledge in the world that you gain, it's not going to do you, unless it lines up with the spirit, it's not going to do you any good when everything goes left. But the people of this world, when we tell them things are going to go left, they don't even believe that. They're hypocrites, man. And hypocrites is synonymous with what? A non-believer. They don't even believe that. They don't believe the signs, even though the Lord has laid them out in front of their face. They don't believe the signs. They don't believe this place is getting ready to fall. And they're those same spirits going all the way back to Noah's time, to the same spirits in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, those same spirits in the wilderness after the Lord delivered us out of captivity in Egypt. The same spirits, man. Let me go get that. It's her pistol that enters the frame and fires a single lethal shot to Wright's chest. I was in high school when Rodney King was beaten and when the riots happened in LA, and I can't believe 30 years things continue. All right, look at that. This stuff is still. Bear with me if we find this. We found Stephanie Wild at this now growing makeshift memorial for Dante. There's a whole community of people that are mourning somebody again. She and countless others, well, they're fed up, looking for change, and it has to stop. This 2 Peter 3 and we'll actually start up 2 Peter 3:3. All right, it reads, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, and we see that. We see scoffers come from every angle, from the Egyptologists, from the apologists with, you know, vocab and his whole slew of degenerates. You know, the James White, you know, the Christians. You know, they come up, but they get demolished. It's not even close. But we see the scoffers come up, right? We see people try to attack this word, but they can do nothing against the word before it. All that comes from people when they scoff against the word is edification. It proves what we're saying even more so. It proves what the Lord has said even more so. All right, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. And that's what separates the scriptures, prophecy, us being able to look at the signs and see, hey, oh, this is one of the things the Lord said would happen before he came. We can check these things off. That's what truly separates the word from everything else. Because, you know, all those scholars and apologists, they can't go into prophecy. They just can't do it. The Lord hasn't endowed them with that. So that's when everything stops. When we start getting into prophecy, all their knowledge just goes out of the window, because the Lord has to choose you to get this. You got to be an Israelite to even truly understand and grasp the spirit. The service of God, like it talks about in Romans 9:4, was given to who? Israel. So you know that's all written. It lets you know that they can't. That's why they just can't get it off top. Brother put up 1 Samuel 2:3. Talk no more exceeding proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him action. Oh, I already read that. Yeah, but let me finish this. 2 Peter 3 and 4. It says, in saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation, which is not true. The fact that Israel is waking, go to Daniel 12:4. The fact that we were waking up again to the fact that we're Israelites. This is the first captivity where, you know, the knowledge of who we were was taken from us. Daniel 17:4 was fulfilled, right? And we're getting that knowledge back, which lets you know that we're in the time of the end. Let me just go read that real quick, since I brought it up. Daniel 12:4. But thou, Daniel, shut up the word. So the Lord is saying, shut up the word, seal the book, right? The Bible. Even to the time of the end. So the understanding of the Bible will be sealed up into the time of the end. All right. So when that understanding comes back out, you know that what time we're in. The end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So that prophecy is coming to pass. You got World War III brewing. Okay. You got the MOB in your face, blatantly in your face, every day. They put it up in your face. So we know all these things are happening, and we know, okay, we're right here, we're right at the door, where the Lord is going to again restore the kingdom under Israel, man. All right. Okay. So, this is Ezekiel 18:20. The brother puts up, he said, the soul that sinneth, it shall die. So those that are doing wickedness, man, they're going to pay for what they were doing on this side, or what they may have done in even past life. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son, because the Lord was punishing us as a nation before. But this go around, man, he's gonna punish people on an individual basis amongst Israel. All right, that's why there's a remnant. That's why there's a remnant of us that are gonna be delivered, and 2/3 of us that they're gonna have to taste of death, man. Like the scriptures say, such is offer death to death. I'm paraphrasing. All right, but it continues to go on. It says, the righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. Very plain, man. But yeah, we've been given all these signs, we've been given these prophecies so that we could look for them. Because while we're hastening the coming of our Lord, man. But a split decision is like, going back to the title of the lesson, a split decision is getting ready to happen. And you can clearly see the line in the sand, man, for our people. Most of our people, man, they're so unconcerned with spiritual things. They don't set aside any time in the day to learn about our power. They don't set any time aside during their day. They say they love the Lord. They say he's first in their life, but they don't set a time, any time, for him. Y'all know I said damn near every video, you could tell what a man is about by what he gives his time to. And that goes for everybody. You can tell what a person is about by what they give their time to. And a big portion of our people, they don't set a time, any time, to pursue or learn about the Lord. Learn about themselves, learn about their heritage. They don't care about themselves. They don't care about. So, it's a clear line in the sand for our people. You see them every day. You see him when the elders, he doing his walking talks and the people walk up. You could just see it, man. There's a clear line in the sand that a big portion of our people, they gonna have to die. That's their end. That's the end of their story. Death. And it's coming straight from the Most High. The Lord gonna kill them off. They have no spiritual value at all. So the Lord's gonna kill them off. As the industry tries to catch up after pandemic disruptions. Let's talk about the changing winds now. Romans 2:13 from the brother Kabar, he puts up, for not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law shall be justified. Yeah, man, like it says in James, be doers of the word and not hearers only, man. The water for the precept. Brother puts up Ecclesiastes 38:24. The wisdom of the learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure. And Elder Tahar, he goes into that, man. And he that hath little business shall become wise. So at least you're going back to studying and reading. You should be giving that your free time. You should be giving it to the Lord, man. Because look at it, man. You say you're gonna work 8-hour shift. Some people maybe 10, 12. Some people depending on what their job is. That's a third of your day. You're going to sleep 6. You're going to sleep 6, 7 hours, you know. So half your day off rip is gone to this devil because you go into the plantation, you're going to sleep so you can rest, so you can go back to the plantation. You know, say you get 4 hours, you know, to your loved ones, your family, just spending time with them. You know, what how much time does that leave you? You know, to get to the Lord. If you and everything else, man. So it's just like you could clearly see, you know, what people get their time to by their conversation, and what they get their time to. All right, where am I at here? I read this yet? It's 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous. All right, that you're being a doer of the word, man. It's not a feeling. When it says love here, in the world, love is a feeling. You're giving this Disney fairy tale, you know, explanation for what love is. That's not what love is, man. The love of God is a doing. You mean you're following directions, that you feel a duty, that you know what your duty is. Ecclesiastes 12:13. That you know that your duty is to be a servant unto Him, to follow His instructions. That's what love is. Ecclesiastes 38:24. Okay, I already read. That's what I read. But Yasharala puts up Sirach 5:7. It reads, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed. So, you know, people that they're secure in all the, you know, the little I guess privileges that this world is, that this devil is giving them. And they're secure in that. But coming here soon, and we're aware of it. We know, we see the signs. They're not. That day when everything goes to hell, man. Everything is just gonna stop for them. Okay, you know, everything's gonna stop for them. And, you know, we also are aware of how judgment works. We know that if you're doing wickedness, you're gonna reap it, and we know what wickedness is. These people in the world, they don't even know what wickedness is. They can't discern right from wrong. So when the Lord does send a judgment upon them suddenly, you know, most people look at him like, oh, you heard what happened to so and so? Wow. Da, da, da. But we know that it's judgment sent from on high, man. And we know how to stay out of the way of judgment. We know to pursue righteousness, and we know what righteousness is. Jake love to say he love God. They love to say it, man. And it's just talk. It's just talk. Herb Wilkins puts up 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman child, and they shall not escape. So when this when this destruction comes, when the Lord pressed the judgment button on 2/3 of our people, it's not going to be any escape from it. There's no plan. There's no, you know, wow, you know, Jake always got you ask some questions like, what you gonna do when this happens? Well, I got this. I'm gonna do that. I got the gun at the crib. I got all the ammunition. I got this. I got a place out and so. You know what I mean? Jake, you know, he got a play. They got a solution for everything. All their solutions are never spiritual. Never spiritual. All right. This GMS stay woke. Proverbs 28:5. All right. It reads, evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. Yeah, we're able to see clearly and to judge righteous judgment, to make the proper decisions, man. Because again, I say this all the time as well. We're auditioning for kingship, and the king is required to make the proper judgments, man, so that his kingdom stays afloat. All right, and we're learning how to judge it like a king, through the word of the Lord. But you know, 2/3 of our people, man, they want to be, they want to stay slaves. They want to stay under the thumb of this devil. But the Lord, you know, called out Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he's allowed us to see, man, because he didn't have to pull us out of the dirt. He didn't have to pull us out of that gross darkness, but he did, you know. But you know, I just wanted to hop on here real quick before I lay it down, and yeah, man, I rewatched that video today, Elder Manasseh Zakba, him on the beach, that Jesus juice lady, man. It just irritated me, cause hey, man, you got to deal with people like that. You're around, especially if you're around Jake throughout your day. You're around those kind of people all day, every day, and they think they know. They fully confident in thinking they know the way, and they don't know a goddamn thing, man. All right, so with that being said, man, I'm gonna give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakadash. We'll give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I'm gonna say shalom to all the brothers, and of course the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.